All right, let's talk about that example where we had the wheel and it was one way and then we flipped it real quickly and then we started spinning on the chair. How did that happen? All right, so that's what this question is, right? Student and platformer not initially rotating bicycle wheel spins clockwise as seen from above, turns the wheel over. So no, yeah, okay. So remember that angular momentum is always conserved, right? So our initial L should equal our final L. Initially, what is our angular momentum? Remember, as the wheel starts spinning, you can curl your fingers in the direction of the rotation, and in this case, it is clockwise. I think this is clockwise to you. So then, now I have my angular momentum vector pointing upwards. So, as seen from above, use your hand to do this. This is your angular velocity, represents your angular velocity, and your thumb represents the direction of your angular momentum. When you do that, you have an upwards angular momentum. So that means we have a positive L in the beginning. So let's look at all of our angular momentums in the beginning. We have the angular momentum of the wheel, and we have the angular momentum of the student. The angular momentum of the wheel is pointing up, so we can just call that positive. And to make this example a little bit easier, I'm going to call it a positive 1. Are we spinning when we do that? No, so we don't have any angular momentum. So our initial angular momentum just equals 1. For the final angular momentum, we are going to take the angular momentum of the wheel plus the angular momentum of the student. Now, when we flip the wheel upside down, now we have a negative angular momentum, so we can call that a negative 1. Well, remember this. We need to get our final angular momentum equal to our initial angular momentum. Our initial angular momentum was 1, so what do we need to add to get our final angular momentum equal to 1? It's got to be 2. So that means we're going to start moving in the clockwise direction. And if you started this in the opposite way, where you started counterclockwise and flipped it to clockwise, then you changed directions, right? That's what we observed. Pretty cool.